Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Ashley, and on this channel we talk all things budgeting and cash stuffing, including sinking funds and savings challenges. So today we are going to go over our budget for January. We are going to pay January's bills and then look at what we are going to be cash stuffing for the rest of the month. So if that is something you are interested in, make sure you stick around for the rest of this video. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. All right, y'all, let's get into it. Okay, so first things first, let's kind of go over and look at what we think our income for the month of January is going to be. So my husband gets paid twice in January, so that should be around $3,354. I will only be working for about 2 weeks in January because we will be going on our trip. I'm kind of putting this estimate at the lower end of what I think I'm going to bring in, but we're looking at about $1,500 from serving. I will have 3 weeks of cleaning shifts, so that will be $180. Y'all, my Etsy has been doing really well lately. This might actually be a low number, but I don't know what to expect going into January. I don't know if the past couple weeks have just kind of been a fluke. People are getting ready for the new year or what. But we're going to say $300 for Etsy. YouTube, I should bring in $220. And then Amazon, which will be my payout for November, is $12. So that brings our grand total for the month to $5,566. So that is kind of what we're looking at for income in January. Now let's look over here at bills, and let's just start off with paying these bills. Now, y'all know I use prop money, but we're gonna unstuff what each of these bills are and see what we have left over. So we're gonna start up in mortgage. This should be $1,450. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 20, 40, 45, 50. Yep, so that is $1,450. So that can be paid for January's mortgage, HOA. So let's see. All of these 3 HOAs are all together, so that is going to be $56, $191, $65, and $270 for a grand total of $517.65. So let's count that out. We've got 100, 200, 300, 400, 450, 470, 490, 510, 515, 16, 17, 18. So that is 518, and it looks like we have $2 left. So we're gonna just stick this back in the HOA envelope here. All right, next up is water. Water is $115.42. So 50, 70, 80, 50, 70, 90, 100, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that is covered. Next is going to be T-Mobile. That bill is $201.20. So we've got 202 here. So we are all covered. Let's see. My envelopes are a little bit out of order, so we'll move to gas first, seeing that's over here. So that is $86.44. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 85, 86, 87. So 87 for natural gas. Let's move on. My husband's car loan. Okay, so his car loan is $1,001.44. So let's pull out 1,002. So 1,000, and we've got 5. So let's take 3 back for now. All right, so that is for his car loan. Okay, electric is $74.34. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 80 here. We'll just take a 5 back and put that in here. All right, next is my car loan. That is $240.11. So 100, 200. And let's see, we'll take one of these 50s and bring back a 10. So that is $240 to pay for mine. So we're gonna put that money back in here. Okay, next is cable. That is $31.18. So 10, 20, 25, 30, 31, 32. Is what was in this envelope. So that is now covered. Car insurance is $203.13, and then motorcycle insurance is $12.33. This is coming out of the same envelope. So let me just add this together real quick just to make this a little easier. So we are looking at $215.46. So I'm going to pull $216 from insurance. 100, 50, 70, 90, 210, 215, 216. All right. So that is covered over here. Discover, we are making a $450 payment. So 100, 200, 300, 400, 20, 40, 45, 50. So that is covered here. Chase, I'm not counting. I just make this payment randomly throughout the month. We're going to leave that in there for now. And that's buffer. And I already took taxes out in my condensing video. So if you haven't seen that, go check that out. So that's what we're pulling to pay for the bills. So bills for January is a total of $4,383.08. So let's see what we have over here. And I'm just gonna bring this calculator over because it'll make it easier. So we are pulling, there is $1,000. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Sorry guys, these sometimes stick together. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. And then we've got 4 50s, so that's 200. And then we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 80, 2, 20, 40, 60, 80, 3, 20, 40, 60, 84. And then 10, 20, 30, and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we pulled out $4,388. Now, if you look over here, that is obviously a little bit more than this. So what I am going to do is that extra $5 that is in there. I'm just gonna put this prop bill into the buffer just to help me remember exactly how much of a buffer we have in that account. So that $5 is gonna go here. And that's just how I kind of keep track of my buffer after I pay all my bills and I'm like rounding in my envelopes. So there is that. So that means all of January's bills. This money is already in the bank, and after this video, I'm gonna set up the auto pay to go ahead and pay all that out. Now, I've got one more thing I need to do in this binder, so I'm gonna do that real quick over here. So we are gonna look at our extra debt over here, and I am going to be making an extra car payment on my husband's car this month to get us 1 month ahead. I'm just gonna do the exact payment, so $1,001.44. So we are going to unstuff that from the car loan envelope right now because I am going to set that up right off at the beginning of the month. So 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000, and 1, 2. So we still have a good amount of money left in here to start us off for February. So I actually want to get rid of these 50s though. I am over the 50s right now. So that's 150, 160. So I'm gonna pull out, okay. Y'all, I am getting rid of 50s in 2023. I'm over them. They mess up my counting, so it's just what I'm doing. Okay, so that's gonna go back in this envelope, and that's what we'll have to start off the new year. Okay, so let's kind of go over now our goal for February's cash stuffings. And that's why I wrote February up here, because in the month of January, I will be cash stuffing for February's bills. So let's kind of make out our budget and how much, what our goal is to stuff this month. So mortgage will obviously be $1,450. This HOA will be 56. This one will be 192 and obviously 270. Now our water bill is every other month. So water bill will not be coming in the month of February, but we do want to stuff some money there. Our bill was $115 for January. So I'm going to guess it's going to stay around that area. So my goal for February is to stuff $60 in this envelope. T-Mobile, January's bill is $201.20. I did purchase a new Apple Watch, and this one actually, I can make calls and stuff without my phone present, so it is connected to T-Mobile. T-Mobile it added like an extra $5, I think it was, to our bill. So I am going to be stuffing $207 for T-Mobile to account for that updated bill. Gas. So gas is probably going to be going up for February just because it is getting a little bit cooler outside. So my goal is to stuff, let's see, I'm gonna say $100 for gas. For my husband's car loan, we want to have $1,002 in there for the car payment. Electric, we are probably going to be looking at, I'm going to say $70 for this next month to be our budget. As it is colder out, we don't use as much electricity, and then also we will be out of town for 10 days. So I'm thinking February's bill is going to go down just a little bit. I am going to be stuffing $241 for my car payment, $32 for cable. Let's see. We're going to do $203 here, but then I'm going to up this one to $13. And then we are sticking with $450 as our minimum payment for Discover, even though that is not technically our minimum payment. All right, so let's see. For the month of February, I want to end up, let's see. Well, and like I said, this is a new cash stuffing sheet for me, guys, and I'm kind of trying to figure out, this is where I want my envelopes to end up. I won't necessarily have to cash stuff this whole thing in February, because remember, I am a little bit ahead in the car loan envelope, but we're gonna leave those numbers as is. So we've got $14.50, $56, $192, $270, $60, $207, $100, $1,002, $70, $241, $32, $203, $13, and $450. So for February's bills, we want to try to end up at the end of January with $4,346. So that is kind of our goal. Oh, and I'm going to actually write that down here. So that is what we want to end up with in our bill binder for January, but for February's bills. I hope that is not confusing, y'all. So let's go ahead and look at what I expect our budgeting to be for variable expenses and all that. So we will obviously be out of town, and my cash stuffings are going to be kind of a little off this month because of our vacation. So we aren't going to have the full amount going in here that we normally would. So let's kind of plan what we think this is going to look like. I am probably going to end up, normally we get $25 a week. There will definitely be one week that we might not be able to do the full amount. But I'm going to say $75 for each of us for spending. Groceries, we are only really going to need to purchase groceries for 3 weeks out of the month. Really almost only 2 weeks out of the month. So I am going to figure probably about $400 to $500 for the month, but I'm going to write $450. Health, we've been doing about $25 a week. And here, I'm going to put this up here, what I stuff each week in these envelopes. Health, we've been doing about $25 a week. And like I said, 3 weeks pretty much for this month. So probably around $75 for January. Gas, we have been doing 40, but I think I'm gonna up it to 50 each week. Again, just because of my husband's new car, and we're still figuring out what we are stuffing there. So that's gonna be about 150 for the month. Pet care, I am doing $50 this month. That envelope needs to be upped. So that is probably going to be getting, really though, this envelope needs to still be getting the normal amount. I'm gonna say this one needs 200, even though our normal cash stuffing will be $50 for that. I'll probably have to put a lot more in at the beginning of January. Dining. Now, dining, we probably won't be doing too much dining, seeing as we are literally going on vacation. I usually stuff $50 a week. I know the first week of January we'll be putting a little bit extra in there, but I'm gonna say for the month, probably $150 for the month will be my budget. Fun, I usually do $20 per week. So I'm gonna say we're gonna put $60 in this month, and miscellaneous, I've been trying to kind of up that. I'm gonna say we're gonna do about $10 a week, and we'll probably put in about $30 this month. So let's go ahead and add up what I think our budget for the month is going to be for our variable expenses. And remember, guys, this is just kind of a guesstimate of what we are going to be putting in here. So, as you can probably already tell, these numbers are not going to add up the way you think they do. So we started with $5,566 after bills and everything. We really only have $1,220 to work with. And this is $1,265. So we've technically already gone over our budget over here. But the way I do my cash stuffings, we really have an extra paycheck in the month of January because my husband had his 3 paycheck month. Well, technically it was in December, but I cash stuffed that last December paycheck the first week of January. So we will have a little bit extra money than what is showing for January's income, just because of the way I do my cash stuffings. So this money is already accounted for. This doesn't even really count for January because this was in our envelope already. Now, let's look at our sinking funds and what I want to put into all of these. So let's kind of pull out these new sinking fund things. So the first one here is Debt Snowball. Now, I will have some shorter weeks in January where I might not be able to put a lot into sinking funds. So realistically, I am thinking my sinking funds will have 2 weeks where I will be able to put a decent amount towards them. So my goal for Debt Snowball for the month is just going to be $40. It's not a lot, I get it, but it's vacation time, and that is probably all I will realistically be able to put towards there. So we're looking at $1,041.44 to go towards our debt this month, which is great in my opinion. And I've been working really hard to get that extra amount for car loans. So let's move on to the rest of our sinking funds. Again, high priority, I should be able to stuff these at least twice this month. So we're going to say 40 towards emergency, 20 towards pet emergency, 40 towards retirement, 40 towards car maintenance, 20 towards autocross, 20 towards car mods, 40 towards running, 40 towards home maintenance. Okay. Now, for our low priority sinking funds, my goal for the month will just be to kind of stuff this at least once. I'm going to say the winter challenge, I'm going to probably stuff about $10 this month. Vacation will just probably be $10 this month. Travel, we're going to say $5. $10 for Christmas. $5 for anniversary. $5 for home decor. $5 for clothing. $5 for gifts. And $5 for electronics. Disney, so I'll probably be putting a little bit more money towards Disney for this first week in January. But other than that, nothing. But we're going to say I'm going to put $100 here because that's about what I think I want to put for the rest of our vacation funds. And then AshleyMarieBudgets, I do want to make sure I am stuffing some money in here. I'm going to give myself a goal of $50 for that sinking fund this month. So that's kind of where my goals are at. I really want to focus on my high priority sinking funds and stuffing those at least twice this month. I know it's going to be difficult with me not working, but I'm hoping that my Etsy will continue to kind of be doing as well as it currently is, and maybe I will be able to stuff a little bit more than I think. Right now I'm just adding up all of these numbers and kind of giving myself an estimate of how much I want to be putting into my sinking funds this month. So we're looking at about $470 as the goal that's going to be going into sinking funds this month. Whether or not I will actually be able to do that, I'm not sure. But overall, it's looking like for January, I definitely have enough to cover bills and get, you know, my stuffing good for February's bills, and definitely have enough to cover variable expenses, and that at least this first car loan obviously will be paid and accounted for. It's going to be sinking funds that are going to be a little bit questionable whether or not I will be able to hit all those goals, but I did want to make some goals for myself. And the great thing about my job, like with serving, is if I am not pulling in the money, I can always try and pick up extra shifts so that I can hit these goals. So that's kind of what my January is going to look like with my budget. It is definitely going to be interesting figuring out, like, setting everything up. This is my first, like, big trip while cash stuffing. Like, every other little trip I've done has just been kind of a weekend, so I still have like a decent amount of income to work with, but I will have a complete week off. Like, it's literally, I think I took like 12 days off of work. So it's gonna be an interesting month. My videos for the month of January will still pretty much be the same. I kind of did a little like layout, and I looked at all of my videos, and y'all should still get all the content that you are used to this month. I kind of figured out a way to make it work and to break everything up. So y'all will still be getting content while I am in Disney, and I am just super excited that I was able to kind of figure out how to do that for you. So month of January, we are still going to be having all the content. Obviously, while I am on vacation, I will not be as quick to answer as many questions as you may have for me, but I will try to answer things when I have the time. Obviously, I will be on vacation, so it will not be a priority for me, but my Etsy shop will be staying open while I am on vacation. I will not be putting it in vacation mode just because all of my stuff is digital downloads anyways, but I might not be quick to answer those Etsy messages that I get. So just a heads up for all of y'all. But yeah, that is kind of what January is looking like. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you come back tomorrow. We'll be going back into our normal weekly routine. I will be doing my tip count and our budget for the first week of January. So I'll see you then. Bye.